Good day everyone, I am Micaela Niegas Ara with the course Bachelor of Secondary Education major in Mathematics. I will be discussing to you all about email etiquette, and I hope everyone who is listening will find my presentation a very knowledgeable topic. And I hope you enjoy my presentation. Thank you. So when we say email etiquette, what is it? When you say email etiquette, what comes to your mind first when I say, just like for example, when I say email etiquette, what will you think? What what word comes in your mind when I said email etiquette? So here is it. What is it? It is a general set of expectation regarding how people should communicate when sending electronic mail. So, when sending electronic mail, it is all about, when we say email etiquette, it is all about how people should communicate when sending electronic mail, because nowadays most of the students not are not aware on how to use or on how to send electronic mails. So that is why I use this as my topic for all the students to be aware of this etiquette in sending email, especially to our, not only to our professionals, or not only to the professionals or to our subject teachers, but also to our friends, and also for you to be more aware of what email etiquette is. So in email etiquette, we have the abbreviation PERK. So so that is how when you say PERK, you will understand and you will think of the word PERK. So there is the, what does it matter, or what's the PERK? So P stands for professionalism, professionalism. E stands for efficiency, and R stands for respect, and also C stands for common sense. So when we say professionalism, you want to come across as someone who knows what they are talking about you. Efficiency. Writing emails that are clear and eloquent will increase the effectiveness of your communication. The third one is respect. If you are writing an email, you are often making a request. You want your audience to respect you as a person. Common sense. An element of basic humanity is being kind to other. Angry hater email is counterintuitive to that. So when you say professionalism, it is to you and to the receiver on how you will send the message. When we say professionalism, it is all about how you know, or what are you talking about, or to whom are you talking about. And then this efficiency is the clearness of your message and how eloquent it is. So that is why when you say, how when you deliver a clear message to someone, it is, there is a effectiveness in your message. So third one is respect. When we say respect, it is all about you as a person respecting to the receiver, or to whom you want to send the message. And then a common sense. When you send email, there is this common sense word that we are talking, and this is the C, common sense. The common sense is the special word, or when we say it is what we call the specification, or the word that you are using. You have to have that kind of common sense. The next one is consider your audience. So when you are tending to send an email, you have to consider your audience first. So how might your style and tone be different when emailing? First, a boss, a parent, a friend, or a pastor. So those are the styles that you or tone to be different when emailing. So when you are emailing someone or something. The next one is consider your, and at this point I will be teaching you on how to email a teacher. So our next topic is about how to email a teacher. In your audience career, there will be many times you email a teacher. When doing so, make these tips a priority. So as of today's, even when we're in college, we oftentimes or we often do send emails to our teachers when we have clarifications regarding on our topic, or when we have problems regarding on something. So that is why let me teach you how to properly email a teacher. There are lots of tips, but I will be discussing only 5 tips to all of you. So here's this email tip number 1. Use a professional email address. Your teacher will not appreciate receiving an email from, just like for example this, sirmixalotninja@email.com. So when emailing a teacher or a professional, you have to use your full name. Just like for example, my email, micaela.naure@gmail.com, because that shows professionalism. And with that attitude, that portion represents professionalism. So those are the first tip. So let's go on to the tip number 2. Let us now move on to the email tip number 2. The email tip number 2 is select a professional font, meaning use a clear print font and avoid bright colors and highlighting behind text. They are difficult to read. This part to avoid bright colors is the primary thing that you have to remember when you are sending a message, or when you are sending an email to a professional. Because instead of using bright colors and highlighting behind text, use block color when you are sending an email to a professional. Headed by the tip number 3, include a clear direct subject line, meaning include your name, include your class, and include your topic. Just like for example, I have here the example subject, Molly Weller, first year, and the title, reading journal. As simple as that. You have to follow this three things that you have to remember in email tip number 3. Headed by the email tip number 2, we have the email tip number 4. Begin with a professional salutation, meaning when you say salutation, it is all about respecting to the receiver. So all you have to do is to type this word, just like for example, dear Miss Cruz, and then good morning, or good morning Dr. Eplin. Before you send your intent or your information to the receiver, you have to type this first. You have to say dear Miss Cruz, or you have to greet first, good morning Dr. Eplin. As simple as that. So the last one is the email tip number 1 that I will be giving, is to spell the recipient's name correctly. When you say spelling the recipient's name, it is your duty as the sender to correctly spell the receiver's name, because it shows that you encourage his or her name. It looks really lazy to email someone with a request but not be thoughtful enough to take the time to double check the spelling of their name. There are students, or there are people oftentimes do do this, just like they forget to double check the name of the receiver's name. So that is why the email tip number 5 that I will be giving is to spell the recipient's name correctly. Thank you for listening to my video presentation, and I hope you find my video presentation a very interesting one and a very helpful one. I hope to see you soon on my next topic. So thank you for watching. That's all. Thank you for listening to my video presentation, and I hope you find my